They say success is the best revenge. Heard they was sleeping again, say it no more.
Allows people a release for all the hatred and violence that they keep up inside them.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
We'll be fine just like always, no worries, okay?
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge. At the siren, all emergency services will be suspended for 12 hours. Your government thanks you for your participation.
Help me! Someone, please, help me! I just need to get somewhere safe. Does anybody hear me?
Let's go! This way! This way, hurry!
Why did you let him in our home? We have no idea who's after him.
Welcome to the Crypto Trading Purge, sanctioned by the Decentralized Network. At the sound of the next block confirmation, unrestricted trading will commence. All assets, from altcoins to stablecoins, are free to be traded without regulation or restriction for the next 12 hours. Leverage limits will be abolished. Use high leverage at your own risk. The potential for extraordinary gains and devastating losses is now in your hands. As highlighted in CryptoStud's latest update, a bullish pump has been expected to shake the market. Its projections have already sparked speculation and frenzied trading. The price action could be explosive, but remember, in this unregulated chaos, fortunes can be made and lost in seconds. All trading safeguards, including stop-loss orders, liquidation protection, and circuit breakers, will be disabled. The market will become a lawless arena, an open battlefield for the brave and the reckless alike. Expect unprecedented volatility, and remember, the consequences of your trades will be yours to bear alone. Liquidity providers, exchanges, and wallets will operate under emergency protocols. Withdrawals may be delayed, and support services will be limited. Prepare accordingly, for the market will be as unforgiving as it is unregulated. As the purge ends at 7 a.m. tomorrow, all regular trading rules, protections, and leverage limits will be reinstated. Order will be restored, and the market will return to its usual state. Blessed be our new founding fathers of decentralized finance and the blockchain. A market reborn. May the blockchain guide you. May your trades be sharp, and may you ride the wave of the mega pump to new heights. May God be with you all.
God have mercy on your soul. Purge. Thank you for your participation. The annual purge will continue in 3, 2, 1. Kill. Purge. Thank you for your participation.
Crypto YouTube. How's it going? Crypto Stud here with another banger. How's everybody doing? Hope you're having a wonderful week. Nice little Bitcoin pump we're having right now. Such a beautiful thing, right? Killed it. Just killing this market, aren't we? Love to see it. Love to see it, right? I hope you liked my intro. Took me a bit of time to do, but I just had this vibe of like Purge. I kind of need to rewatch those movies. I don't know. This just slaughter of the bears just taking a beating. Found a nice little tape for us too to go with. It's wonderful. So I don't really have anything housekeeping wise for anybody today. Still running the promotion. If you purchase a membership with us, promo code's in the description. If you purchase a membership with us, you will be getting some free merchandise from me once the merchandise section is launched completely. Did get a Nexus update, and also on top of that, I did get a Juxtapost update as well out for everybody. It's more so the update was kind of just to get us doing some automation stuff. So I went over this in my last video. And then I just did an update today for Juxtapost to allow certain items in my script to be accessible to do automation work with, strategy automation work with. So I did create a small indicator personal right here, this source strategy right here, and then it just it lets you pick which source you want to use. I'm going to release this as well. It's going to be open to the public. I haven't done it yet. I got a few things I want to add, but you can set these automation plots right here, and then it will pretty much give you info. If you use this source or one of these other sources, you can do the buy value and the sell value of it, and set your stop loss, your take profit, how much risk you want to do, ATR length. If you want to do ATR based stop loss, you can, or if you just want to do stop loss percentage wise, you can do that as well. There's a few things I want to fine tune and add to this before I release it publicly, but this will be free for anybody to use. The code will be closed, but you'll be able to use this freely. So if you do get the indicator and stuff, you can run test strategies on it as well. I do want to get us moving into some automation for the scripts as well. I think that'd be really cool to have. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. That's coming out soon, more so soon. I do have another Nexus update. I got 2 more Nexus updates I'm going to do. Those probably won't be released until maybe late end of this month, and then the final update out of beta will be end of next month or middle of next month, depending how coding goes for it. So but yeah, I don't really have too much housekeeping wise other than that. I'm really excited about my indicator updates for it. It's just getting better and better every time I push a new update. It's getting better and better. I've been working on these for about 2 years now, coming up on 3 actually, and I'm just excited. I mean, I keep adding some great stuff to it. This is kind of the indicator right here being used as well. It's still a little buggy, so I need to fix that. But you know, you enter short here based off the swing fail patterns, and then it closed around here. I don't know why it went long there. Oh, because there's a long right there. Yeah, so I have it set up where it closes a position and then opens up the other way. So this would have been stopped out because you closed your short position and went the opposite way. So I'll probably have it as like an option where it could be percentage based instead. But anyways, that needs to be a video on its own once I get further to that. I have somebody in the group helping me work with that. He's kind of just taking the full reins of that and running with it. So I do appreciate everything you do. I do want to give a big shout out to him. It's Working Class. You know, you've been in the group for a long time, and I do just want to give you that shout out. to just say thanks. You know, thanks for helping us. Thanks for taking initiative to do that for us. I really do appreciate that. So, yeah, outside of that, you know, thank you for everybody who subscribes and watch my content. Let's just pop in here onto the analytics real quick. I do appreciate it. I haven't been fully monetized yet. So that's kind of something I will be getting soon. But I just, you know, I appreciate everybody that watches and has just been there from the start. So do remember that, you know, like, comment, and such. When you comment, you'll be entered into a giveaway for merchandise that I'll be submitting. So I'm going to pick a couple random videos from this month. I'll do it for this month. I'll pick a couple random videos, and then I'll just do like a number generator, 1 through however many comments, and whoever the number lands on, you know, if you're in the group, I'll DM you, or you can DM me in the group. If you're not in the group and you win, you can just email me at admin@marketexpertstrading.com. But yeah, I'll give more detail when we get to that point. So, but I know everybody's patiently waiting for market updates. It's been pretty wild, you know. We've had a really nice bounce at the bottom area and just some nice continuation. We kind of kept flirting with this previous day value area low down here, and then we've just took off. So it's great to see good price action like that. It's been great for my long as well. You know, we're crushing this market. These indicators are all you need. You don't need anything else. Once these indicators are automated, it's going to be even better. It's going to be beautiful. So there, you know, there's just not enough time in the day to trade all these different coins and such. So the automation route of things will be really nice to do, because you can pop that up and then just run with it, right? From kind of what working classes worked on with it, it's about 2% daily gains, which is pretty nice, depending on the market conditions. So the market conditions have been favoring bullish posture more so. So the real test will be when you go into a bear market, and you can easily make money in a bear market just as much as you can in a bull market. So, but it's going to be a work in progress. You know, for me, I don't release anything unless I know it works and does well, and I have proof of concept of it actually working. You guys see in my videos, I have proof of concept of my indicators working to the T. You know, I just follow the direction of where price action goes and where Juxtapost tells me to go, and that's how I go, right? These indicators are undeniably the best. You know, I developed these. I've been trading for a long time. I wanted something that I could develop that would really help me trade better, and this is it. This is what's helped me trade better. So, and I love it. I love every moment of it, and you know, the future is even more bright. So anyways, we are gonna look at, it's Thursday, so we're gonna do a random indicator. I'm not gonna look at, we might, yeah, you know what, we'll briefly look at news, then we'll get into stocks, DXY, SPX, and then the Dow, look at Bitcoin, of course, and then we'll do a random indicator towards the end, and then we'll call it from there, right? So let's go ahead and jump into the news section real quick and see if there's anything crazy that we could just pick out real quick. Nice. Token soars, then dives 95%. Boy. Let's see. Bitcoin miner with Celsius Assets delays IPO after losing CEO and auditor. So interesting news there. Not really much on this. I did kind of look through it earlier today. I didn't really see anything that was super important for us. Go ahead and go in here. Let me take off the layout here. I need to make another scene for that so it doesn't mess things up. Now you can see my screen a bit better, I'm sure, right? Delta Air says it will take 380 million direct revenue hit from CrowdStrike outage. Interesting for Delta. Elf Beauty raises full year forecast, but stock falls. Not really anything interesting here, it seems. CarGurus stock gains more than 10% after online platform says it's becoming integral for dealers. Paramount to lay off. I heard Intel's also laying off a whole bunch of people as well. Their stock took a pretty big beating in the last report. So, kind of crazy. There's a lot of people being laid off right now. Eventbrite to cut 100 jobs. Actually, I haven't used Eventbrite in a long time. Interesting enough. Forgot that was even a thing for a moment there. But yeah, I think we're good on news stuff. I'm trying to make these videos as quick as I can, but I also want there to be good content, and it's so hard to do good content and do it in a short time. So I do apologize for keeping it long. Anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and look at the dollar. I'm gonna remove this one off of here. Get it nice and clean for us, right? So the weekly is still looking pretty bad for the dollar. So that bodes well for Bitcoin. If you remember my last report of that, wow, that's, I guess the volume signature of this isn't doing so well. I'm going to have to fix that bug, a new bug. But in my last video, I spoke about the dollar still being bearish, and we are still being bearish. We did get a nice test of this bottom, swung fill this bottom right here, so that's pretty nice. But let's see, the daily is starting to turn up a little bit. 12 hours starting to turn up some too. Those are looking pretty good. Wow, 8 hours looking pretty good. 6 hours looking really good. We just had this really nice drop. Pretty much just called the bottom right here. Got the bottom signature and moved back up a bit. I don't really see anything super bullish with this though. With weekly P's right here, which we already tested that Friday. Let's see. Sunday. Actually, we haven't tested it. We opened up down here. So that's good. We opened up down here. So we can work our way back over there up to the weekly P, probably get some resistance at the weekly P, right? That's price tends to go into this area right here at weekly P. So it would be kind of nice to see us test that, maybe swing fail this support range right here. Kind of use this as resistance. This 103 area that used to be support become resistance and then fall back down. So the lower time frames are showing us some strength. It looks like Bitcoin's taking a little bit of a dive right now. Let me refresh this for us so we can have that later. Close these out. I got high block up for us already. Let me reload this real quick. So overall for the dollar, I think on a lower time frame, I'm pretty bullish on a lower time frame for it at the moment, but these higher time frames are starting to look, the weekly's looking pretty bad still, but the weekly can take some time to actually play out still. Daily starting to turn up on us. So I must say, after looking at all these time frames, I am leaning a bit more bullish on the dollar. Temporary. 1 hour needs to come down. Let's see the 2 hour. 2 hour. 2 hours kind of in a neutral zone. So I would say I'm leaning a bit bullish on the dollar right now, which won't bode well for Bitcoin, but something to take note of. A bit bullish on the dollar right now for us. I would really had like to see the weekly or the daily back up in this area right here, but unfortunately that's not what we are. But the price of this is just looking kind of weak for us, especially with this rejection right here at the top. But overall, like, I can't deny that it's starting to look pretty bullish for us. I don't know if we have any reports tomorrow. Hold on a second. Let me see if we have any. Pull this up in here. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday. Friday's up. We have nothing tomorrow. CPI is the 13th. Core PPI. Oh, must be Monday. No. Wednesday. CPI. Ooh. Wow. This will be interesting to see. Oh, and unemployment rate. Damn. Crazy. So for me, I am leaning bullish for the dollar. So unfortunately, that's just how I have to be with it. It's not looking bearish whatsoever at the moment, other than on the weekly. So unfortunately, I hate to say it, but the dollar is looking pretty bullish. Let's see here. So the weekly is looking kind of bearish still on that. It's kind of the same concept of what we see for Bitcoin. We bottom out over here again. That's looking pretty bullish. S&P is looking pretty darn good. Still looking good on the 12-hour. See the 8-hour. 8 hours looking beautiful. Yeah, I'm bullish on S&P right now still. And I mean, we just swung fill this high area right here. But overall, looking pretty darn good. Let's see, the lower time frames probably have a pullback for them. 2 hour, yeah, 2 hours got bearish divergence forming right now, playing out right now. It looks like just a tad bit. Let's check out the 1 hour. 1 hour is probably leaning down. Yep. So the lower time frames do need to do a bit of a reset for us. Would kind of like to see us maybe get back in this area right here. Did we hit the weekly P? We still have not hit the weekly P for today because we opened up. Yeah, we opened up right here. So we could easily come back up and hit this weekly P right here. That'd be kind of nice to see this level touched. And also this is a old 4 hour support order block turn resistance, so be kind of great to see that, and a fib retrace, 50% fib retrace. So I am bullish on S&P right now for the time being. I don't see any reason to be bearish on it. The Dow last time I looked at it didn't look so beautiful. It looks good on the lower time frames. Check out the weekly. Weekly's got bearish divergence forming. Oh my, still got a bit of time before that actually confirms. We have a day. We have a day, and then this is the futures chart, so it doesn't do Sundays. So we pretty much have a day. So Friday could confirm that on the weekly, since the weekly will start back on Monday. That's unfortunate to see that. These are pretty darn good too. Let's see if we can back test these and see. Yep, we had another one right here. Played out. I mean, it played out okay. We had a little bit of a retracement. Again, we're kind of like we're in a bullish market right now. So 5% though. It was a 5% drop. It's not bad. Let's see if this one played out. If I can grab that. Here we go. So right here, what is that? Another 5%. So that weekly has been playing out 5% every time. Oh, this was a good drop right here. Yeah, that weekly bearish divergence, almost 10% there. So that weekly bearish divergence really playing out pretty nicely. So if that confirms, I would probably look to see us get another 5%. Let's see if that puts us back in the support zone. Let's say we just chop around here tomorrow. Oh, that gets us to swing fail this area. Nice. That'd be kind of nice to see, right? See the swing fail this right down here at the bottom. Here, we're gonna put that there. See if we hit that anytime soon, right? But yeah, let's go on the other time frame, see if we can find anything good. Dailies pretty much reset for a bullish posture. 12 hours starting to look pretty good for a bullish posture. Dang. Oh wow, yeah, everything's practically reset now for us. Four hours looking pretty darn good for a run higher for us. And then the weekly P, I don't think we've touched the weekly P yet if it's anything like the other ones. Oh wow, that's far weekly P. There's no way it's that far. Let me just refresh another page, another time frame. Yeah, the weekly P is all the way up there. Dang. I don't see us testing that before the end of the week. I mean, that would be crazy if we jumped another 1,000 points tomorrow. I mean, let's see, we jumped Wednesday to Thursday. We went almost 1,000 points today. Let's see, I think it was like 680 or something. 683, yeah. Do another 683 would get us not quite at weekly P. So for like right about here, weekly P would be, it'd be like 900 points. It would be crazy to see us hit that though, to be honest with you. I mean, it'd be like a magnet seeing that. Bitcoin can do it, but traditional stock market, Dow, I think you're asking for a little too much with that. But overall, I'm looking pretty bullish on the Dow too as well. I don't really see anything other than the weekly. The weekly confirming, we could still have a move up before that actually confirms and we start falling down. So give it a little bit of time for these other time frames to kind of set up, you know, kind of get a little exhausted up in this area right here. But these haven't quite turned over. I have more of a bullish posture on these just because of how, you know, they're more towards the bottom of this range. They can turn up at any moment. I just can't be bearish on this when it's sitting down here, especially seeing this 6 hour like that, starting to curve up like that. I would like to see that on the 8 and 12 would be really nice to have that. So, but overall, I mean, I can't be bearish on the Dow right now. You know, when we're up in this area, sure, I can be bearish. But now that we're down here in this area, I can't have that. I really can't have that. So let's look at Bitcoin now, what everybody wants to look at. So I'm going to, if you remember my last video, which you'll see right here, that anyways, 8 hours looking really good, bullish posture for the 8 hour. I don't see a reason why we can't get back up to 60,000. I would really like to see what 60,000 brings for us. And then we could go from there, you know, see kind of what this area right here brings us. More so the higher end of this would be kind of a key area I would look for to kind of see if, you know, the chart has shifted a bit more to a short standpoint, kind of like what I said earlier in my video, that this would be kind of a good area to see how we react and possibly put in another short position just as a psychological level for us to play off of. But you know, if we blow through this, come up here, come back down, test this area, and then go back up, I won't be looking to short that. If there's some, you know, massive volatility in this region right here, I'll be playing that as a short area. Hopefully it holds out as a short area or as a support area, and then we move up further higher. So yeah. But the lower time frames are looking pretty bullish. I'm still really bullish on this. I don't see a reason why we can't. We do have a 2 hour bearish divergence that's about to form. So if we do, you know, we could come back down, test the lows here, swing fail this 55,500 area, and then off to the races again. But overall, it's looking really healthy for me. And I have no reason to close out my new long position of that. All right. So it's so great to like look back on it and watch that, but we did actually get the bearish divergence that I spoke about in that video. Came down under 55,000, so I was off a little bit. We came down to 54,500 and actually swung fail this low right here. I was expecting us to swing fail this area right here and get to 55, so you know, off a little bit. I can't be 100%, but pretty darn nice, pretty good reaction to that. Swung fail the low right here and then just took off to the races, right? Found my area right here. So now what do we look for? What's next on my radar? Well, for me, it makes it, this is a little difficult. We're in a sticky situation now for us. We're going to check out high block here. Let me reload high block. Now, taking consideration that the dollar has gained a little strength, I will be watching that periodically tomorrow as I look to see kind of, you know, if we get some more strength with the dollar, especially if it takes off to the weekly P, it could be very troublesome for Bitcoin. So on a high block, liquidation levels are almost at 200. So I don't see a reason why we can't reverse from this area down a bit. Maybe under 60,000 would be kind of a nice area to see. We don't have any events tomorrow coming out. So that's it kind of leads me to believe that we're going to have a boring day in the stock market, kind of a consolidation area, just kind of digest these gains that we've made, not only for Bitcoin, but also for the Dow and S&P as well. So with that in mind, let's check out EXO right now. The only thing I have a problem with EXO is that price has been rising while open interest is falling, and that always leads to a bearish price action. So I don't think it's enough for us. We do have a Dalton too. D open is outside previous day value area high. We do have 59.5 as the Dalton area. Possibly get back into this zone, have some candle closures below. We could drop all the way back to 54,780 range. I'm thinking that for the time being, this previous day value area high will become a support level for us for the moment, and we'll bounce around here, maybe get down to PD, POC. Statistically, you know, when we have a Dalton, there's an 80% chance it actually oscillates down to the bottom of this range. So that's still something that could happen. If that does happen, that would really kind of reset our lower time frames for us, which would be really helpful for us to get higher continuation. So for me, I am looking for a pullback on the lower time frames. Let's jump into these time frames and see what we can find. The weekly still probably doesn't look very good. Yeah, weekly still looking pretty rough. Let's go ahead and take off these drawings just so we can see a clear chart real quick just for a moment. So the weekly still not looking great for us, still in a bearish posture. I would really, ideally, I still would like to see us get up in this area above here and then possibly make a move back down to the lows. Would be beautiful to see that. This has been a really nice candle on the weekly we've gotten though. Really, really strong candle for us. Can't deny that just looks really beautiful for us for some strength and continuation higher. So this is good news for the daily. The daily still hasn't turned up for us. It's still looking pretty darn healthy. The 12-hour has started to turn up for us a little bit. We've gotten some movement on that. So still in a bullish posture for that in the higher time frame. 8 hours looking pretty darn good. A bullish posture on that as well. 6 hour, probably, yeah, bullish posture as well. And now it's going to start getting sticky when we get to these lower time frames. We did actually hit the weekly P too. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful tag of that. I don't think we opened, I think we, let's see, Sunday, yeah, we didn't hit. Okay, awesome to see this. So Sunday we opened below the weekly P, didn't hit the weekly P, had a bearish reaction, came down in this area, and we actually came up and retested the weekly P. Now I love the weekly P. I always use the weekly P. The weekly P is automatically baked into my Serenity indicator, FYI. You know, I have 3 amazing indicators, as you see on screen right now, that I use daily, every day. It helps me kill the markets. But there's a large chance, 80% chance, that we oscillate back to the weekly P on a given week if we haven't touched it. We didn't touch it. We finally did touch it. We got that play already. I was keeping count of when we were hitting weekly P. Then I went on vacation, lost count. So if anybody does remember the count that I had for the weekly Ps, go ahead and add that to that. Leave it in the comments if you remember, maybe better than me. But okay, so now we're going to drop down in these lower time frames, and this is where things get kind of sticky for us. We do have a bearish divergence forming on the 4 hour for us. So for me, you know, I'm still looking for us to go a bit lower for it for the time being. Check out the 2 hour here, 2 hours. See, and this is the thing with the 2 hour. Let me get some water real quick before I explain this. So we have a few things with the 2 hour. We have the extreme sell signal right here and the 2 hour extreme sell signal as well on this, which, you know, the last time we had that, we had it down here on this move up and had a great reaction from that. So ideally, I don't like seeing that when, you know, I'm in a long. We also have a swing fail, the juxtapose as well here. So not great to see that. And we have bearish divergence that formed right there that didn't play out yet, and another bearish divergence right here that hasn't played out. So, you know, I can definitely see this coming down back down to previous day value area high. I would really hate to see us Dalton back down to the value area low, but ironically that would give us a swing fail pattern in this range right here, and it could set up for a good long attempt to take it back up to the top. But for me, I'm looking for previous day value area high. This is like one of those plays where you're not quite sure the direction, so you have to wait until it gets to certain price points, see how it reacts in those areas in order to justify your position of how you want to go. I do know that we are going to go down. Now, the area of support is tough. It could be this value area high area that we get to. It could be the psychological level of 59,000. We could swing fail this little area right here and then pop back up. So this is kind of a waiting game to see where support is formed and where we create support. So that does make it a little tough. S&P is down right now 25 points at the moment, so this kind of gives us an indication that we will move a bit lower, especially with the dollar starting to find some strength. I would wait and to see if that kind of tips into the green. That would give us more bearish pressure, more sell pressure for Bitcoin to make us go further down. Let's check out the 1 hour. The 2 hour is not looking good. I'm sure the 1 hour is not looking great. Yep. The 1 hour gave us a top out signal. Juxtapost gave us a top out signal. Would have been a great entry for that if you had entered on that signal. Let's see here. You would have been up almost 3%, right? Give or take. It's a beautiful trade right there. Volatility is expanded. We're pretty much out. We exhausted volatility. Juxtapost is near the top of the range. I mean, perfect short position. You can't beat these indicators. These indicators give you everything. The pinpoint axis, everything, man. You know what's going on, when it's going on. Bearish divergence right here formed, played out here at the top. It's beautiful to see this now. So these lower time frames are pointing bearish, with the 6 hours still looking, it's still got some strength on the 6 hours. So the higher time frames up are still in a bullish posture. That could change if these lower time frames start pulling this down even more. But you take it day by day, price by price. Let's see how support forms. Now let's go ahead and add our drawings that we have on here of areas of support. So for me, we're kind of entering that area of support here. 60,000 would be the area of support. Let's see if we get as I said in my last video, we had that large volatility coming in on this. And then what we want to see is 60,000 play and act as support. Now, on top of 60,000 being an area of support, we do have the previous day value area high in that range as well, in that area too. So that's kind of a nice area to see how we play there. We could possibly have a nice bounce in that area and then start heading up higher. But again, this one's tough. But ideally, the position I would take on this is I would wait for support to form as we move lower. We will move lower. These lower time frame indicate that we will move lower. So there will be some movement going lower. And then once we do move lower, looking for an area for support, either that be previous day value area high or worst case value area low. It would be tough to see us hit value area low though. That would be a large drop. But iBlock does indicate that we are going to move lower as well as exo charts. I mean, the open interest is just dropping as price is going up. There's that's screaming bearish price action. So now the question is, where do we find support? Where do we find support to start moving up higher? So, but yeah, that's it for that. I hope that helps everybody. I did want to look at Ethereum. I know some people like to see, some people trade Ethereum. I don't really trade Ethereum. It's very tough. It's not that it's tough to trade. It's more so just tough to trade other things while I'm trading, Bitcoin. I'm not one to do multiple trades. I normally just do one set of trades. Sometimes I'll trade, scalp on some shit coins. I've taken some trades on Wi-Fi before. I don't know if you're familiar with Wi-Fi. This stock is, this crypto coin is insane. Check this out. Let me just show this real quick. It's one of these two. It's either this one or the other one. No, it's the other. Well, has it gone down that much? No way. Oh no, it's just the YFI. I mean, check this out. This thing is crazy. We're just gonna do it on Binance. It's fine. Man, I loved trading this in the last bull market we had. This thing is beautiful. Look at this. Isn't that crazy? I mean, you can still trade it too. I don't think Blowfin has it though, and I don't think MEXC has it. Or MEXC had it, but I didn't see it on the list of things. Maybe it's on here. Yeah, I don't see it on MEXC anymore. Wow, it used to be on MEXC. It used to be on MEXC and it used to be on Bybit. I remember trading it. That's crazy. Yeah, it's off. It's not on there anymore. Interesting. Huh. But this was always fun to play. The volatility on this is insane. Used to be insane. It's not as much as it used to be, but I mean, it's still pretty good price movement on this. But I tell you what, back in the day when I was trading this, oh boy, look at that. That was last year. Or was that the year before last year? What year is this? Man, what year is this? Tell me what year this is. Tell me. November. I don't know. It's some day of some year. We go to weekly. It's got to be like 2022. 2022, yeah. Or no, not 2023. It's recent. I haven't traded in a while. 2023. I think the last time I traded it was probably the beginning of 2023. It's been a while since I've traded it. It's not as, it just doesn't move as much as it used to, but pretty cool. I mean, there's other coins out there that move way faster, way better than Ethereum and Bitcoin do. So wow, Ethereum weekly looks interesting. It's still red too. It's still pointing down, looking pretty bearish on the weekly. I hate seeing that when I want price to break out and have an all-time high. It's tough to see that. This really hasn't had much movement compared to Bitcoin. The day's looking pretty darn bullish though. I must say 12-hour and day are looking really good. They're looking great. Looking a lot better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin's 8 hours looking pretty darn good too. 6 hours looking really good. Let's see 4 hours. Let's see what that. Oh, 4 hours looking beautiful too. There's no pullback in sight on this. 2 hours starting to get some. It's starting to teeter a little bit. Did we hit the weekly P on this? I don't think we've hit the weekly P. Let's see. Let's pop this up here a little bit. Weekly P and the focus needs to be, let's make it 10. Oh wow, we haven't hit the weekly P yet. Well, unless, oh yeah, we are on it already. We opened up on it. So we already tested it for the week. That's unfortunate. I would say I'm more bullish on Ethereum just because the chart looks a lot better than Bitcoin. But again, I'm not one who really trades Ethereum, but I don't see reason. I mean, it looks really strong. It looks really strong. Granted, it's the bottom of the range. The perception of what it looks like strength-wise compared to, in the past, some relevance to that. But for the moment, I just don't see reason to look for a max short for this yet. Kind of see what this area brings over here. 3,000 could set up for a nice short position. But for now, it looks pretty bullish for me. So I must say. I got an error on this. Oh, took too long to load. It's moving around too much. All right, I'm gonna remove these and we'll do the random indicator for the night. See what we get. All right, we'll make it kind of quick because I'm making this video pretty long as is. Apologize for that. Community. Let's do trending. Check out this ICT power of 3. What? Well, I guess we'll just take it on. Is this a strategy? No. Interesting. It doesn't have a strategy. It's kind of cool how they have this. So 18 wins to 16 losses. Win rate's 52%. Average profit. That's not really good. What if we took it down to the 15 minutes? See what the 15 minutes does. Yeah, this isn't working like I thought. Let's look for something else. Hourly trading system. Let's check this out. Does this mean I have to be on the hour? Oh no. What the heck? There's some wild stuff in here. Alright, so it says 5 minutes. Drop down to 5 minutes. Holy moly. What am I doing? What is going on? Oh, so it like shows the hourly candle before and after. That's kind of cool. That's kind of nifty, but I don't know if I just don't know if I'd use that really. And it's not really any signals or anything to it. Interesting. So if I go to the hourly, is it going to look kind of like that? Oh yeah. Well, that's neat. We'll drop down to 5 again. We're not going to use this. We're going to take this one off, look for a better one. But that's cool. RSI trail. Let's see what this does. Oh, this is neat. That looks pretty. Wow, look at that. That looks nice. So I guess if you took it, kind of like one of our previous indicators, you take it when it changes to this, to that, and then you take a short based off of it. So if you were to short that, that would have been pretty nice. But then you would have got stopped out here. And then let's say you took a short. If you took a short when this showed up, you'd be at the bottom of the range. You get stopped out again. You get stopped again. That wouldn't be good. This long would have played out pretty nicely. Granted, it's the 5 minutes, so let's see. If you shorted that, you'd get stopped. You get stopped. If you'd long that, you'd probably make a little profit before you got stopped out. Not the greatest. I don't know if I really like this. Oh, that looks cooler, but utility is not that great on this, I must say. It looks neat, though, but the utility of it doesn't really do much for us. Well, sorry for the piss poor indicator selections. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll find something better on the next one. But, yeah, I think we can't do much with this, and I've already cycled through a few random indicators, so I think we will part ways on this. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, or a wonderful morning wherever you are. And thanks for watching. Peace.
Give me shelter. Give me shelter. decisions.